Well, welcome back as we get ready to start game two of the doubleheader. As we get to the starting lineups here, as the Bobcats are on the field, get ready to get going here, and the second game of the doubleheader. As we'll get caught up as we move along here, as Bronson Brookings is out there on the mound getting up his warm-up tosses in, and we'll get ready to start the second game of the doubleheader. As the lineups here for game two, brought to you by Fellows Chiropractic. If you've overdone it on the sports field and you're having a hard time moving, Fellows Chiropractic might be the place where you need to get to. They'll take care of any adjustments or massages you might need. Fellows Chiropractic, 8 South State Street in Preston. Give them a call at 208-852-2240. For the Indians, here in game two of the doubleheader, Tate Green will lead off. He's actually going to pitch. Ashton Madsen will bat second. He'll play shortstop. Chase Oxborough will hit third. He'll play at first base. Justin Englet will bat fourth and catch. Carson Chug will hit fifth. He'll be in left field. Devin Englet will hit sixth and play at second base. Tyson Hadley, the third baseman, will hit in the seventh spot. Braden Hess will bat eighth in center field. And Tate Rawlings bats ninth for the Indians and plays in right. We'll get to the Bobcats lineup when we go to the bottom of the first inning, and the first pitch is down low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. So here's Green leading off here for Preston. Tate with one hit, a couple of walks in the first game. It ended up 1 for 2 overall as he takes that pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-0. Brookings' next pitch comes home. That's lined fair inside third and down the line. Cutting over to get it and cut it off and get it back in. As hustling for second base is Green. He's in there with a double. The ball gets away in the infield, but backed up. And Tate will be at second base to lead off here in game two of the doubleheader as he doubles. Picks up actually what becomes his second hit of the day. Ashton Madsen, the pitcher in game two of the doubleheader for the Indians, will now come up. As Brookings gives up a double to open the first inning here. So here is Madsen. A couple of good innings of relief for the Indians in the first game of the doubleheader. And he hits the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. Brookings up on top, looks back at second base, shows bunt, does Madsen. He bunts it foul up along the third base side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So no 0-2 the count on Ashton Madsen. Madsen with 2 hits in the first game, also walked and struck out, scored a couple of times. The 0-2. Fastball on the corner, strike 3 called. He goes down looking here for the first out. Good pitch by Brookings. As that'll bring up Chase Oxborough, the winning pitcher in the first game of the doubleheader, for his first at-bat here in the game two. Oxborough with the bases clearing double in the top of the 7th inning that really ended up being the difference in the game. Had 3 RBIs in the game, and he was 1 for 2 overall. The first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. One out, just the top of the first inning after the Indians win the opener 7-3 here today to pick up their first win of the season. The 0-1. It's rolled foul, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. As Oxburger climbs back in. And the 0-2 pitch, a little breaking pitch that doesn't do much, stays outside, and it's now 1-2. So 1-2. Brookings ready again, comes home with the next pitch. That again stays high and away, and the count runs even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Green opened the game with a double, still standing at second base. They're 1 out later. And the 2-2 pitch on the way to Oxborough is down low, runs the count full, 3-2. So Preston with 7 runs on 6 hits in the first game. 2 of those hits out there on the base paths now as the 3-2 pitch is up high, ball 4. The Burley pitching staff actually did pretty well in the first game. As
number 44, Englet.
Even though they walked 7, 4 of those came in relief by Robinson. Waterston had a great start, but didn't end up figuring in the decision as he gave up just 1 hit and struck out 10 over 3 2/3, but the loss eventually tabbed on Robinson. So 2 on, 1 out, and here is Justin Englet, and takes the first pitch over for, I take that back, is up high, ball 1, 1-0. Justin, a couple of hits in the first game, singled, doubled, struck out twice. So he's 2 for 4, hits a ball in the air towards center field. That's going to be over Carty's head. He's got to give ground like crazy back toward the fence. He's got to chase it all the way to the base of the wall. Here comes 1 run in. Oxborough coming home. It's a bases clearing triple for Englet, and it's 2-0 Preston here in the top of the first inning. So Englet hits a ball over Cranny's head in center field and plates 2.
Number 7, Chug.
And Preston jumps immediately out into the lead, 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the first inning of the second game of the doubleheader. So here is Carson Chug with a chance to get the run in. Still only 1 out in the inning. And the first pitch to Chug, a fastball on the inside half, and it's 0-1. Chug tripled, walked, struck out, 1 for 2 in the opener. Ground ball wide of third. That's going to get the run in. Watterson has 1 play, that to first base, and it's too late. It's an infield hit. So Chug picks up the run as Englet comes in to score from third base, and Preston has their 3rd run of the inning.
Now batting number 30, Englet.
And now here is Devin Englet, who's going to come out from behind the plate and now play second base here in the second game of the doubleheader here this afternoon. As Brookings getting touched up for 3 runs here in the first inning here this afternoon. And the first pitch misses outside, ball 1. Devin 0 for 4 in the opener, struck out 3 times. And he also flew out. Jumps ahead 0-1-0. The next pitch popped up into short center. Cranny waiting, and makes the catch. That's just the 2nd out, and staying over at first base is Chug. So 2 outs, and the number 7 hitter is Tyson Hadley.
Up to bat, number 22, Hadley.
So here's Hadley with 2 outs. Hadley came in to play defense late in the game in the first game of the doubleheader. Did not have an at-bat in the first game. So up there for his first at-bat here this afternoon. First pitch swung on and missed. Snap throw back to first, not in time. Oh, and 1 the count on Hadley. As Brookings ready again. Checks over at first, comes home to Hadley. He swings through a breaking pitch, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes here on Hadley. 3 runs home here in the first inning here for Preston. Hadley, the 7th man to hit here in the top of the first inning, hits it foul off the first base side as Douglas comes over to have a look, but he's not going to have a play, and it stays at no balls and 2 strikes. So Douglas picks up the mask and things that he threw away, settles back in behind the plate. Brookings ready again, takes a peek back behind him again over at first base. Chug with a small lead and a pitch up high, and it bends Hadley over a little bit. Misses up high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ready again, comes home, does Brookings, 1-2. Misses down and away and evens the count, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Braden Hess waiting on deck, see if he gets a chance to swing here in the first inning. Tate Rawlings also in right field here in the second game of the doubleheader. He'll hit 9th in the lineup as Hadley scorches that one towards center field. Chug has to go back, turns and makes a play and makes the catch, and the inning is over as Hadley able to glove that one. Not before Preston gets 3 runs, however, in the first inning. On 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 on base here as well. We'll go to the bottom of the first after a half. It's Preston 3 and the Burley Bobcats coming up.
KACA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH.
Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning, and Tate Green comes out, makes the start here this afternoon in the second game of the doubleheader. And very nice to see that this team has put up a crooked number in the top of the first inning to get him a little bit of a lead as he gets ready to go to work. Here's the lineup for the Burley Bobcats in the second game of the doubleheader. Is pretty much the same as the opener. Peyton Beck will lead off. He'll be at second base. Slater Waterston is at shortstop where he finished up in the first game. Bronson Brookings, the pitcher, will hit third. Jace Robinson, the first baseman, will hit in the 4th spot. Dominic Loomis is the designated hitter who will hit 5th. Clayton Douglas hits 6th and does the catching. Lander Noble is the right fielder, and he will bat in the 7th spot. Austin Curry is the Cranny is the center fielder. He'll hit 8th, and Josh Phipps is the third baseman, and he will bat in the number 9 spot. So here we go, 3-0 Preston as we push off here into the bottom of inning number 1. Green ready, comes home in the first pitch, misses up high, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Where they put out a sophomore battery in the first inning, in the first game for Preston, now they turn around and have the senior group out there to start game number 2 as Tate Green and Justin Englet with a battery, both seniors here as the pitch misses down low. Green ready again, comes home, the 2-0 pitch misses outside. It's ball 3, I believe. 3 balls and no strikes. So Preston pretty much straight away to lead off here in the bottom of inning number 1. Green falls behind 3-0. The next pitch misses down and in, ball 4. So Beck draws a walk. to
Up
start
bat,
game
number
2
11,
here in the
Slater
bottom of inning
Watterson.
number 1. That'll bring up Slater Watterson. Watterson, although he had a great outing on the mound, he finished going 1 for 3 at the plate with an RBI in game 1, as he had an RBI double as part of the 5th inning in game 1, as he misses it inside. That pitch does, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Watterson's actually a switch hitter. He hit from the right side against the left-hander Oxborough. Now he'll flip around and he'll hit left-handed here against Green. Took the first pitch for a ball, the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Heard a very interesting note this morning on the drive over here to Burley. Left the office about 11:30 this morning, and sports talk radio kind of a buzz as a pitch over for a strike. And it's 1-2. I was actually listening to the Red Sox game on the radio on Sirius XM. The 1-2 pitch, down and in. There goes the runner. He'll make it there with a slide as the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Give Peyton Beck a stolen base as he was running on the pitch. And he's standing there at second base. Nobody out, and a 2-2 count on Slater Watterson. Green ready. Looks back at second base. Here's the 2-2. Hit in the air off the first base side in foul ground. Oxborough battling the sun. Now gives way to Englet. And it falls fair. The wind blew it back fair, and everybody's going to be safe. And moving back over to third base is Peyton Beck. So there'll be runners at the corners and nobody out here for Burley in the bottom of the first inning.
Brookings.
As here's Bronson Brookings. Brookings, who gave up the 3 runs in the top of the first inning, now with a chance to help his own cause here with runners at the corners and nobody out in the bottom of inning number 1. So what they were talking about on the Red Sox game on the radio as the first pitch is rolled foul at home plate and it's 0-1 was the fact that NBA star LeBron James had actually bought into the Fenway Sports Group, which is the company that owns the Boston Red Sox. So LeBron James is now a part owner of a Major League Baseball team. Next pitch misses down low. Running on the pitch is Watterson. He'll steal second base standing up. And there'll be runners at second and third and nobody out. So LeBron James and his agent both buying into the Fenway Sports Group, so now they become minority owners of the Boston Red Sox, pending Major League approval, of course, as the pitch hit foul off the third base side. 1-2 now on Brookings. Beck at third, Watterson at second, nobody out, bottom of the first. Preston got 3 runs in the first inning. Now Burley trying to wiggle back into the game, and Brookings takes the pitch high, and the count evens out with 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Rawlings pinching toward the line in right field for Preston. And Green ready. The pitch popped up. This will probably make the seats. Let's see. Hadley coming over to have a look, but it's going to land foul. And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Beck back to third. Watterson back to second. And Brookings still at home plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Green with a new ball, sets, and comes home 2-2. Swung on and missed. So Brookings chases a ball upstairs,
Now
strikes
batting
out.
Number 19, Jace Robinson.
That's the first out here in the bottom of the first inning, and now here's the first baseman, Jace Robinson. Robinson, who actually ended up being the losing pitcher in game 1 of the doubleheader, started the game at first base and officially was 0 for 1 in the game. He was also hit by a pitch and walked once. The one time he actually put the ball in play as he takes the pitch inside, ball 1. The one time he put the ball into play, he popped up in the infield. So he ended up 0 for 1 officially on the day in the first game and takes the first pitch inside. That ball hit in the air to left field and hit pretty well. Having to go back on the ball is Chug. It's going to be over his head, and that's going to roll all the way to the fence. That's going to get 2 runs in as Robinson will stop at second base. It's a 2-run double, and it's 3-2 as Preston leading here in the bottom of the first inning.
Up to bat, number 3, Dom Lemos.
So here's Dom Lemos, the designated hitter, coming up with 1 out. Then the tying run standing at second base. So here's Lemos, who was 1 for 3, singled and stole a base in the first game, swung on and missed with a big cut, and comes up empty, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is, they called a balk, no pitch, so that's going to send Robinson the potential tying run over to third base, where he'll be there with only 1 out. So the balk moves Robinson to third. The count stays at 0-1. As the balk is no pitch, is called a dead ball. And here's the 0-1 on the corner, and it's 0-2. That's the second balk of the day, actually, against Preston pitching, as Oxborough was called for a balk in the first game as well. So no balls and 2 strikes. Green will still work out of the stretch here with the tying run standing over at third base. The next pitch is through the wickets of Englet, goes to the backstop, and the wild pitch will get the run in. So we're tied at 3 here in the first inning. Call that a wild pitch as it was in the dirt, bounced to home, back to the screen. As each team puts up 3 spots in the first inning of game 2. The 1-2 pitch, breaking pitch, misses inside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Lemos now up there with the bases empty, and Green goes back to working out of the windup again. And the 2-2 pitch hit foul, and it stays at 2-2. So Major League Baseball has to approve LeBron James buying into the Fenway Sports Group as he, and along with his agent Maverick Carter, become the company's first black partners as the pitch is swung on and missed. So Lemos strikes out. That's the second out here in the bottom of the first inning.
22, Clayton Douglas.
As now with 2 outs and the bases empty, that'll bring up the catcher Clayton Douglas. So 3 runs home, tied at 3, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And pitch is over for a strike. So what type of things would Major League Baseball need to approve LeBron James and Maverick Carter? Well, of course, first of all, they're going to be looking into their financials. And looking into their backgrounds. And certainly LeBron's politics aside, as the pitch hit foul back into the screen, it's 0-2. Certainly there can be no greater representation than they can have than having LeBron James be part of that ownership group of all the things that he has done in the community. As the pitch to Douglas is down low, it's 1-2. So that'll take weeks, month or so, and Major League Baseball will get that approved. I'm sure. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Douglas. Rolled foul. Stays at 1-2. Three runs on a pair of hits here for Burley in the bottom of the first inning after Preston plated 3 on 3 hits as well. As the catcher Douglas climbs back in again, Tate Green rocks to the motion. Here comes the 1-2. Rolled foul again at home plate, and it stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So just thought that was very interesting, and the guys on the radio doing the play-by-play for the Red Sox, Joe Castiglione and a writer he had on with him, were very surprised that happened. Ground ball to short. Douglas grounds out 6-3, and the inning comes to an end, but not before Burley gets even. They get 3 of their own in the bottom of the first inning. We'll go to the second, tied at 3.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search KASASA.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NC.
KACH.
One inning in the books in the second game of the doubleheader. We're tied at 3. And here for the Indians as we go to the top of the second, it'll be Braden Hess to lead off, followed by Tate Rawlings and back to the top of the order, and Tate Green to do up here for the Indians here in the top of inning number 2, tied at 3. Once again, Preston Indians, the boys baseball team, make their home opener next Tuesday as they'll be hosting the Bear Lake Bears in a doubleheader. As the Preston Lady Indians softball team also playing here in Burley today. I had heard, didn't hear a final score, but I heard that Preston was leading 5-0 in the top of the bottom rather of the 7th inning of the first game of the doubleheader.
Up to bat for
But I never did hear a final score.
Hess.
So here's Braden Hess to lead off as we go to the top of inning number 2. Braden just getting his feet wet as far as baseball is concerned this year after finally wrapping up with the basketball team. Went 0 for 4 in the first game. Struck out, flew out twice, and grounded out. As Brookings comes home and first pitch over for a strike with a breaking ball. Hess playing in center field again this afternoon. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung out and missed, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Braden Hess to lead off here in the second inning for Preston. As Braden goes down on strikes. And that's the second strikeout for Brookings here this afternoon. And the first out here in the second. As this will be Tate Rawlings. Tate's getting the start in right field here this afternoon in game 2 of the doubleheader. As he did not play in the opener that Preston won by the score of 7-3. Brookings ready. And Rawlings just kind of tomahawks at one, chases it up over his head, and it's 0-1. So no balls and one strike on Rawlings. Comes home with a breaking pitch, does Brookings, and misses down low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Brookings ready again. Just kind of rocks from the hips as Rawlings just kind of serves one out into center field, short center, but it's hit just far enough to where it falls in front of the center fielder, Cranny. And Rawlings is aboard with a 1-out single. 4th hit of the second game of the doubleheader for the Indians. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Tate Green, the starting pitcher, who doubled the lead off the game and eventually came home to score as part of that 3-run first inning for Preston. Will come up here with 1 out. And Rawlings over at first base as the first pitch is inside and hits him. No malice in that, just a little breaking ball that stayed inside.
Up to bat, number
So
20, Madsen.
Runners at first and second. Here's Ashton Madsen, who struck out looking his first time up here in the second game. But he comes up here with a couple of men on base and still only 1 out here in the top of inning number 2. And the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Rawlings at second, Green at first. First baseman Robinson looking bunt, playing in front of the runner. In fact, he's standing right on the cut of the grass over at first base. The next pitch to Madsen, misses down low with a breaking pitch, and it's 1-1. Speaking of the Red Sox, they were taking on the Braves today. They ended up winning that game in exhibition Grapefruit League action as they win it by the score of 5-3. Next pitch misses down and in again. Ball 2, 2-1. So 2 balls and a strike. It was as quickly as the first game moved along, you just get the feeling of this one's just going to just crawl as the 2-1 pitch on the corner, and it's 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the next pitch hit in the air along the left field line, and it's going to drop fair along the line. Coming home and scoring is Rawlings as Preston scores their 4th run of the game. It's an RBI single for Madsen, and stopping at second base was Green with the play right in front of him as it's an RBI single for the shortstop, Madsen, as Rawlings comes home to score.
Now batting number 27, Oxborough.
5th hit of the game for Preston. They lead at 4-3. Now here's Oxborough as Chase takes the breaking pitch over for a strike. Oxborough walked in the first inning and eventually came home to score. Two weeks and 2 days from today, opening day in Major League Baseball, as Oxborough jerks that one foul. And it's 0-2. Be nice just to have a full baseball season this year, as that is the hopes of many. As the breaking pitch misses down and away, 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Chase Oxborough. A run in here in the inning for the Indians. They're up 4-3. Still 2 men on base and only 1 out. The 1-2 to Oxborough. The runner goes from second base. It's called third strike, and everybody's safe on the double steal. So Green, the lead runner, took off and stole, and then Madsen with a little bit of a delay,
Up to bat number 44.
took off
Englet.
as Oxborough goes down looking on the breaking pitch for the second out of the inning. Now here's Justin Englet, and it was Englet who delivered the big blow of the first inning for Preston when he came up and hit the ball over the center fielder Cranny's head with bases loaded in the first inning and cleared the bases for a 3-run double as the first pitch is hit foul back toward the screen, and it's 0-1. 2 outs. Oh, and 1 the count on Englet. Down the line from third comes Green with a walking lead in the 0-1 pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Here comes Englet, and that's going to get another the run in as Green comes home to score. That'll be a wild pitch. Allows Green to come in, the second run of the inning, and Preston goes up 5-3. So 2 runs on 2 hits here in the inning for Preston. Madsen moves over to third base as Brookings will go back out of the windup again and comes home with a breaking pitch. That's over for a strike, and it's now 1-2. 2 strikeouts in the innings for Brookings, 3 in the game. And the 1-2. Again hit foul, this time off the first base side. As Madsen will trot back up the line, back at the third base, and he's there now with 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Justin Englet. Justin with 2 hits in the first game. Grounds this one out towards second. There is Beck to flip it across in time for the out, and the inning is over. But not before Preston gets 2 more runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 on base as we'll go to the bottom of inning number 2. Preston 5 and Burley 3 as we'll be back right after this.
KACA.
Having your prescriptions refilled has never been easier. You can refill 24/7, set reminders, save medications, and access your account from the new My Community Pharmacy mobile app offered by Preston Drug. It's simple to use and it's simple to get. Log on to PrestonDrug.com and enter your mobile number. We'll send you the app. It's as simple as that. There are some things in life that have been made easier through technology. This is one of them. The app offered by Preston Drug is a quick and easy way to refill medications and promote a healthy lifestyle. Visit PrestonDrug.com.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH.
Five-3 Preston as we go to work here in the bottom of inning number 2. A little delay here, waiting for Justin Englet to make his way out with the catcher's gear on to start allowing Tate Green to start throwing his warm-up tosses. So as he goes through that, we'll remind you that coming up on Friday, the Lady Indians will be home, the softball team, as they'll be taking on Bear Lake. That's a 3:30 first pitch. That's 1 game coming up on Friday, by the way. As we'll go here to the bottom of inning number 2. There'll be a bottom third of the order here for the Burley Bobcats. As Green rocks to the motion and comes home, and the first pitch misses outside and low. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Noble kind of toughed his way through the first game, struck out twice, also reached on an error, squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and takes the pitch down low, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. We see he toughed his way through the first game of the doubleheader. He struck out twice and also reached on an error as a pitch outside, and it's ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. So Noble 0 for 3 in the opener. Goes 3-0 here in his first at-bat here in the second game. And the breaking pitch from Green over for a strike, and it's 3-1. Well, what else happened around spring training baseball today? We can kind of get you caught up on other things going on. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Green. It's hit into right field. That's going to be a base hit. As Rawlings up to get it, and it's a leadoff single.
Up to bat, number 1, Austin
for
Cranny.
Lander Noble. That's his first hit of the game. So here's Austin Cranny, the center fielder. So the leadoff man aboard again here for the second inning in a row for the Bobcats here in the nightcap. As Cranny at the plate. And the first pitch, you got to get just a little defensive swing, pops it up into short right field. Rawlings makes the catch, throws back to first, but the throw pulls Oxborough off the bag.
Up to bat, number 18, Joshua Phipps.
So if they fly out to right for the first out, Noble back in time, going back to first base. And the number 9 hitter, Josh Phipps, will come up for his first at-bat here in the nightcap. Phipps hit by pitches twice in the game, grounded out. So he was 0 for 1 officially in the opener and hits that ball on the ground to third. Madsen up to get it is Hadley and throws too high to second base, and he threw it into right field. As getting up quickly and heading down to third base is Noble.
Up to bat, number 5,
as
Beck.
He will go to third base on the throwing error. And reaching on the fielder's choice was Phipps. So runners at the corner, still only 1 out in the inning for Preston as they commit the error. That's their third error of the day for the Indians as the runner goes on their first pitch and is hit foul as Beck just tried to hit one into right field, but hit it just a little bit too late of a swing and hit it foul, and everybody has to go back. So 0-1 the count here on Beck. As they'll step off, they go to first, and just back in time. Over at first base was Phipps. Beck with 1 hit. Was 1 for 4 in the opener today. And then walked his first time up here in the nightcap. Good lead over first base is for Phipps. And a breaking pitch on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of inning number 2 of the nightcap of the doubleheader after Preston wins the opener 7-3. Green again will go to first base and on a bounce. Nice block by Oxborough. We can't make the tag. And back again is Phipps over at first base. Florida Marlins beat the Washington Nationals today 4-3. That game called after 7. As the pitch on the inside corner is strike 3 called against Beck for the second out of the inning. So it's 2 outs.
Now batting number 11.
Third
Slater
strikeout for
Walton.
Green. As the first pitch is by to Watterson is ripped into right field for a hit, and then it gets through Rawlings and it's going to roll out toward the wall. That gets 1 in. Rounding third and coming home is Phipps. That will get the run home. Now a play at the plate, and Watterson, when Englet mishandles the ball, able to come in, and he will score as well as he comes all the way around.
Now batting number 2, Bronson Briggins.
So Watterson hits a ball into right field that Rawlings misplayed. He mishandled it as it rolled behind him and all the way to the fence. And before everybody quit running, 3 runs were in, and Burley has a 6-5 lead. Second error of the inning against the Indians. So a single and a 3-base error against Preston. Clears the bases and 3 runs in. So 3 runs home here in the inning. And Burley has a 6-5 lead as that pitch hit in the air to short center. Hess coming up. Braden there makes the catch, and the inning is over as Brookings flies out to short center field, but not before the Burley Bobcats get 3 more runs in the inning. 3 runs on a pair of hits, 2 errors in the innings against Preston as well, as we're done with 2. We'll head to inning number 3. Burley up 6-5. We'll have more from Burley right after this.
KACH.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Today's game is also brought to you in part by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44th North 1st East in Preston. 6-5 Burley as we go to the top of inning number 3 here. As here in the top of the 3rd inning, the Indians will send up Carson Chug, Devin Englet, and then Tyson Hadley due up here in the 3rd inning as well. So the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here for Preston due up as we go here to the top of inning number 3.
Up to bat number 7, Chug.
So Carson Chug, RBI single in the 1st inning. He has 2 hits on the day now after going 1 for 2 in the first game of the doubleheader. As Brookings rocks and comes home, the first pitch is a breaking ball that's down low, ball 1-0. Tampa Bay picked up a win today over Baltimore in Grapefruit League action, I should say. The 1-0. Hit in the air, struck a slicer toward right center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to go all the way to the wall. Chug to second. He's going to dig, and he's just going to keep going to third, and the throw is going to get cut off, and the throw is going to come in late, and it's Wild backed up there. By the left fielder, Rivera, who came all the ways over and backed up the play in front of the dugout. So a leadoff triple by Chug, his 2nd hit of the game and 3rd of the day. And Preston has the tying run at 3rd base and nobody out. And Burley's going to bring the infield up to try to cut down the run. And here is the sophomore, Devin Englet, who caught the first game, is playing at 2nd base here in the nightcap. And the first pitch goes to the backstop. And just like that, Preston has a run and we're tied at 6. The wild pitch on the pitch that bounces up there, and Preston has a run. And it's a 6-6 tie here in the top of inning number 3. So the first pitch, a ball to Englet, and Brookings will go back to the windup again, and the 1-0 pitch, that's a hit up the middle, Good range there by Watterson, but he can't get the glove down in time. And Englet has a nobody out single. And Preston, here we go again. So here comes Tyson Hadley back to the plate, who flew out to center his first time up.
Now batting number 22, Hadley.
The Yankees were a winner earlier today as well, 7-4 over the Tigers. Garrett Cole started that game and was the winning pitcher in that game for the Yankees today. As the pitch to Hadley hit foul, and it's 0-1. Even though Cole started, it wasn't exactly a clean effort by him today. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits over 3 2/3 innings, but he did strike out 5. The 0-1 pitch to Hadley, ground ball to the right side. That's going to get through into right field. Coming around third is Englet. The throw is going to get cut off. It's an RBI single by Hadley, and it's 7-6 Preston. So Hadley with his first hit of the doubleheader. That will score the run.
Now batting number 11, Hess.
And Braden Hess now due up, who so far today is on the outside looking in. 0 for 4 in the opener. Struck out his first time up here in the second game and hits the first pitch foul. So 2 runs on 3 hits here in the inning for the Indians, who have a total of 8 hits in 2 innings plus already here in the nightcap. Next pitch to Hess, misses outside with a breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Of those 3 hits that Garrett Cole gave up today, 2 of those were home runs. So kind of a tough day for Garrett Cole, but he's still the winning pitcher anyway for the Yankees. The 1-1. Swung on a miss, and it's 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on Hess. Hadley away from first, being held there by Robinson. And the next pitch to Hess, sliced along the line, coming over and not being able to get it, make the play was Noble. And Hadley's going to, who has hesitated at second, now he drops it down in gear and heads toward third base. And Braden Hess has his first hit of the day and 4th hit of the inning for the Indians, as Hadley goes from first to third on the play.
Up to bat number 23, Rawlings.
So here's Tate Rawlings, who singled and scored his first time up, as he comes up with nobody out and runners at the corners for the Indians. And time called as Douglas is headed to the mound, and coaches for the Burley Bobcats also motioning down toward the left field corner where the bullpen is, and I think that's going to be all here for Brookings, as he's going to go out, as we'll have a new pitcher coming in here for the Bobcats. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this timeout, as Preston leading 7-6. They have a couple of men on base and nobody out here in the top of inning number 3. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is right after this.
KACA.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com. KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
KA KACH.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
The Limbic Arc may help you or someone you know be more calm. It's simple to use. Find out more by logging on to mylocalradio.com and clicking on the Limbic Arc logo. Check it out now. Visit mylocalradio.com and click on any
KACH.
So Preston with their biggest inning of the year, 6 runs, as they send 10 men to the plate, and they lead 11-6 as we go here to the bottom of inning number 3. As again, we have to wait for Preston Englet, who was out there on the base paths, to get his gear on and come back in to settle behind home plate and allow Tate Green to throw a couple of warm-up tosses here and get ready to go to the bottom of the 3rd. So as we do, we'll remind you that today's game is brought to you by West Motors in both Preston and in Logan. As West Motors, of course, the place to go for great deals on Fords, Chrysler, Jeeps, Plymouths, and Dodge trucks. It's your only destination you need. It's West Motors in Preston and in Logan. Stop in and save today. So ready to go here to the bottom of the 3rd. It'll be Jace Robinson as the middle of the order due up here for the Bobcats here in the 3rd inning. Robinson followed by the pitcher Dominic Lemos, and then Clayton Douglas due up, the catcher, as the first pitch popped up behind home plate. Englet coming back to have a look, but he's not going to be able to corral it. It falls untouched, and it's 0-1. Robinson doubled and scored back in the 1st inning today, as he was 0 for 1 in the opener. As he's back up there now with a no-ball, 1-strike count against him. And the next pitch is a breaking ball from Green, misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Blue Jays exploded for 14 runs today down in Florida, as they beat the Phillies 14-5. 14 runs on 21 hits. As the next pitch misses down and away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Tanner Rourke, the winning pitcher in that game for Toronto, the 2-1. It's driven to center. It's going to be in for a hit. Hess will get that back in, as Robinson has his second hit of the game. And that is 6 hits for Burley here in the second game. Here's Don Lemos, the pitcher who came in to relieve Brookings last inning and had to kind of bob and weave his way to get out of any further trouble in the inning and allowed some few extra runs to come in. As the first pitch to Lemos is up high, ball 1. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. So you can close the book now on Brookings, as 8 of the 11 runs were allowed by him. As the ball popped up, as going out, making the catch, staggering is Englet, as they're able to make the play and get it back into the infield. So a nice play by Englet to handle that short pop-up for the first out. And now here is the catcher, Clayton Douglas, who grounded out his first time up. So Brookings officially went 2 innings plus, gave up 8 runs on 10 hits, struck out 3 and did not walk anyone. So here's Douglas. Ground out his first time up, 0 for 1. And the pitch misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield plays straight away. One out here, the bottom of the third. Infield, a double play depth for the Indians. And here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul outside of third. Today's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of needs. Jot this number down so you have it when you need it. 852-0533. That's 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. Ball and a strike on Douglas. One out here in the bottom of the third. That one's going to be rolled foul again up along the third base side. As the count goes to 1-2. Clayton kind of Iron Manning it today, going behind the plate in both games of the doubleheader. 0 for 3 in the opener, struck out once. One ball and 2 strikes. Green working out of the stretch. Robinson over at first. Not going, and the pitch popped up over by the first base dugout. Oxborough in foul ground makes the catch. So Douglas fouls out
Up to bat number
for the
10,
second out of the inning.
Landon Noble.
And here's Landon Noble, who singled his first time up in this game. In fact, it's his first hit of the day. He was 0 for 3 in the opener, and has one hit here on the day. And he's up there now with 2 outs. Preston up 11-6 as we play here in the bottom of the third. Green ready, comes home. Pitch is hit foul along the right field side, and it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch home to Noble, misses down low, 1-1. They throw back behind the runner, Robinson at first base, but he's back in time. The New York Mets beat the Astros today 8-3. They pounded out 10 hits in the win down in Florida. In Arizona today, the Milwaukee Brewers put up 7 runs and beat the Dodgers 7-2. Ground ball to the right side. Gets by Englet into right field for a hit. And then Rawlings can't handle it cleanly. And that's going to allow not only Robinson to go to third, he'll come home and is out at the plate. So it's a base hit for Noble. And then Robinson is out trying to come home, 9-6-2 for the third out. So no runs on 2 hits, 1 man left in the inning for the Bobcats as we're done with 3. Preston lead 11-6 as we go to the 4th.
KACA.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH. KACH.
So we move along to the 4th inning. Preston leading by 5 runs, 11-6. Indians on top. As it will be Lemos staying into the game, pitching here for the Bobcats. as Preston, who sent 10 men to the plate last inning, will start with Devin Englet, and then Tyson Hadley and Braden Hess due up here in the top of the fourth. As the first pitch misses outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Today's game brought to you in part by ChemDry of Northern Utah, introducing Micro Pro Shield disinfecting plus antimicrobial protection that works in your home for up to 90 days. The 1-0 is hit back up the middle into center field for a hit. So a leadoff single for Devin Englet, his second hit of the game. And leadoff man aboard here in the top of the fourth inning for the Indians. Yes, there's Tyson Hadley, who single homer run and scored back in that 6-run fourth inning for Preston. So for safer homes and businesses and greater peace of mind, as they go to first base and back to the bag is Englet. If you live in Cache or Box Elder County, you might want to give the folks at ChemDry of Northern Utah a call. They can come and help you out. It's a very simple spray-on application. As the pitch is low, to throw through to second base is not in time. Englet steals second base. One ball and no strikes, the count on Hadley. As they sneak in behind the runner at second, the pitch to Hadley misses up an in ball two. So if you're in Cache or Box Elder County, call the folks at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. 2-0 the count on Hadley. Time called as Watterson comes in to say something to the pitcher. Now runs back to his shortstop position. The 2-0 pitch hit foul off the first base side, and it's 2-1. Brewers beat the Dodgers 7-2. They put up 11 hits in the process. Yeah, it's only spring training, but Clayton Kershaw took the loss anyway. He's 0-1 in the spring as the pitch is backhanded and knocked down out in front of home plate by Douglas, and that's going to allow the runner Englet to move up to third base. So 3-1 the count on Hadley, and the pitch up and in and ends up hitting him. So Hadley hit by the pitch. He'll head down to first base. That'll put runners at the corners for the Indians. As Braden Hess will come up. Braden had his first hit of the day his last time up. Singled, stole a base, scored a run. 1 for 2 here in the nightcap. And now up there with a chance to pick up another RBI with runners at the corners. So Hess waiting at the plate. And the first pitch to Braden popped up along the first base side. Noble coming over near the line. The right fielder there to make the catch. Tagging and coming home to score the run is Englet. And it is 12-6. So Hess with the scoring fly ball to get the run in for the first out.
Up to bat number 23, Rawlings.
And now here's Tate Rawlings, who's 1 for 2 here in the nightcap as well. Singled and scored a run back in the second. 12-6 Preston leads. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. They got 3 in the first, 2 in the second. 6 runs in the third on 5 hits, and now 1 here in the top of the fourth. As, again, Rawlings hits it foul back into the screen. Hadley still over at first base with 1 out here. Ball and a strike the count. As the pitch breaking ball misses outside again, ball 2, 2-1. White Sox beat the Padres 4-3. San Diego committed 5 errors today. Yeah, it's still spring training. The 2-1. Hit in the air to center. Again, Cranny has to come up. He's there this time and makes the catch for the second out. So Cranny able to make the catch. 2 outs in the inning, and we go back to the top of the order now, and Tate Green comes up. Green has scored 3 of the 12 runs.
Up to bat number 14.
Doubled,
Green.
singled, driven in a run. He's also hit by a pitch and scored. 2 outs. Hadley still over at first base. And Green is waiting at the plate, and the first pitch is hit in toward the gap in left center field. Coming over and diving and trying to make the play was Rivera. It goes by him into the wall. Hadley rolls to third base, and now will stay there. Now that's got Green hung up, and he's out trying to get back into second base. So Hadley rumbled to third and then was held there, and Green, who rounded too far around the bag and couldn't get back in, as Preston has to settle for the 1 run in the inning. 1 run on a pair of hits and 1 man left as Green was out trying to get back in to second base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Preston up 12-6. We'll be right back.
KACA.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com. KACH.
The Preston Lady Indians softball team return home Friday afternoon as they play host to the Bear Lake Bears. The Lady Indians are coming off the trip to Burley earlier this week as they return home to the Valley to face the Bears in this single game on Friday afternoon. First pitch is at 3:30, and our coverage gets started with the pregame show at 3:15 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. And don't forget about the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
KACH.
As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, that's going to be it for the day for Tate Green. So he will leave and give way to Braden Hess, who will come in and pitch, as Green will take over for Hess in center field. As Green goes 3 innings, gives up a total of 6 runs. On 6 hits. Didn't walk anybody in the game. I take that back. He walked 1. So 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. And now Braden Hess will come in to pitch here for Preston. We're leading 12-6 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Today's game brought to you in part by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. It's Naylor Insurance, 153 North State Street in Preston. Give them a call at 852-0810. So Hess in to pitch. He'll face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the lineup here for Burley. Austin Cranny, Josh Phipps, and then back to the top of the order, and Peyton Beck due up as the first pitch from Hess is down low, and the dirt ball 1 ball and no strikes. We told you the Padres allowed 5 errors today, but so did the Cleveland Indians. They allowed 5 errors in their loss to the Angels as Anaheim beat Cleveland today 17-8. 5 errors will certainly help that along. 28 hits overall in the game between the two teams, as well as the 1-0 pitch missed down low, ball 2. Hess ready again. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. That's on the corner for a strike, and it's called 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Hess ready again. Comes home. The 2-1 to Cranny. Kind of bends him backwards out of the way. And it's 3 balls and a strike. you see the numbers go up offensively for a lot of these games in spring training. You have to start to wonder, is it the hitters really getting comfortable now, or is that what you hear about so often, the dead arm period that the pitchers have to work through when their arms just don't bounce back the way they had as they try to get stretched out and work more than just a couple innings at a time. Now, I know a lot of pitchers trying to go 4 or 5 innings in this start. Ground ball to third. That's off of Hadley's glove. Picked up there by the shortstop, but no play for Madsen. And that'll be an infield hit to lead off the inning for Cranny.
Josh Phipps.
Runner at first base. Now here's Josh Phipps, the third baseman. So here's Phipps. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run his first time up. He has a pitch in the dirt. Throw back to first and not in time. As Cranny back onto the bag. Because there's a lot of numbers that reached into double digits today, both in Arizona and in Florida. As Hess steps off, bluffs the throw back over to first. The Diamondbacks scored in double digits today as well at Salt River Fields in their game against Oakland, as they won 12-3 today, each side with 9 hits and an error in that game. As the pitch misses down low by Hess, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. The count on Phipps. Comes home again, breaking ball as Phipps fouls into the glove of the catcher Englet, and it's 2-1. There is a few other games that are night games tonight in Arizona. Ground ball to third. They go to second and get one there, and that's all, as Englet couldn't get the ball out of his glove. So Phipps will reach on a fielder's choice for the second time in the game.
Number 5, Peyton Beck.
And with 1 out, Cranny's out at second base. 5-4 on the force play. So back to the top of the order. Here's Peyton Beck. Walked, struck out, scored a run. Phipps over at first as he lines one toward right field coming up, but they have to play it on a bounce as Rawlings as they get the ball back in quickly, but everybody is safe as Beck has his first hit of the game. Beck with his first hit. 7 hits overall here in the nightcap for Burley. As Watterson at the plate, who has 2 of those 7 hits. As the first pitch to Watterson misses down low, ball 1 ball with no strikes. Watterson 2 for 2 in the nightcap, has also scored twice and stole a base just for good measure. Two on, 1 out. Hess's next pitch stays way outside and high, 2-0. The 3 games are still to come at night over in Arizona, as one of those games gets started in about 15 minutes. As a pitch outside again, ball 3-0. That's the Rockies and the Reds getting together. That game in Surprise, Arizona. Mariners and the Royals meeting this evening as well, as that pitch is outside, ball 4. So Watterson walks on 4 pitches. That loads the bases with 1 out.
Bronson Brookings.
And now here's Bronson Brookings, who's 0 for 2, struck out and flew out here in the nightcap after going 0 for 4 in the opener. So Brookings 0 for 6 on the day, up there with the bases full and 1 out. And the first pitch misses down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The other game will be in Scottsdale tonight. That's the Texas Rangers playing at the San Francisco Giants at Scottsdale Municipal Stadium. Here's the 1-0. Misses again. 1 ball, 2 ball. Check that. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Hess. Over this time on the corner. It's 2 balls and a strike. Maybe what is the big surprise of spring training this year of 2021 has been the Royals. Pitch over for a strike again, and it's 2-2. Team that really has spent the last couple of years rebuilding, lost 90-plus games 2 years ago. Through their 15 games, as the 2-2 pitch hit in the air to right field, playable. Rawlings came in. Now the ball's going to be over his head, and it's going to fall. In fact, it's way over in the gap as 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run double for Brookings, who has his first hit of the day and a couple of RBIs.
Up to bat number 19, Jace Robinson.
So 2 runs in here in the inning. We told you we weren't anywhere near done yet. Oh, but you didn't believe me, did you? The 2 runs makes it 12-8 as they're coming out to talk to Hess here and see if they're going to leave him in here or not. Don't see anybody else even getting loose or any indication of what they might do as of yet, as the home plate umpire is still waiting, not walking out there to talk to speed things along. Now the meeting of the mound breaks up as they'll stay with Hess here with 2 runs home in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Preston's lead cut to 12-8 now, and still with 2 men on base and only 1 out in the inning. And here's Chase Robinson with a pair of hits on the day, singled, doubled, and the first pitch is ripped, and that is fair down the left field line. That's going to get 2 more runs home. That makes it 12-10 as Robinson has a 2-run double, and the inning continues. So Robinson sitting on the first pitch, pulled it fair inside of third. Four runs home in the inning. On 4 hits here in the inning for Burley. And now here's Dominic Lemus, the pitcher. It takes the first pitch from Hess up high, ball 1. And when all this is said and done, when the dust clears, Lemos stands at home plate representing the potential tying run. The 1-0 rolled foul, and it's 1-1. Only once in the 8 half innings we've played in the game has a team put up a 0 as Burley failed to score in the bottom of the 3rd inning as that pitch is up high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Other than that, in fact, Preston, who got a 1 in the top of the 4th inning, everything else is crooked numbers out there on the scoreboard. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's up high again. Ball 3, 3-1. Preston got 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 6 in the third, and then added 1 in the top of the 4th. For Burley, as the next pitch is rolled foul again at home plate, stays at full at 3-2. Burley had 3 in the first and matched that with 3 in the second. It was in the bottom of the 3rd that Preston put up the only 0 of the game, keeping Burley off the scoreboard, but then the Bobcats have bounced right back here in the bottom of the 4th and put up a 4 spot. Here's the 3-2. And it missed outside, ball 4.
Up to bat number 22, Clayton Douglas.
The only out of the inning that Preston got was a 5-4 force play. So when you think about it, every batter that has come to the plate has reached base safely against Braden Hess. And here's Douglas, who is the 8th man to hit in the inning. And 0 for 2 so far here in the nightcap. Grounded out and fouled out in the first pitch. Breaking ball in the inside corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Next pitch over for a strike again. So Hess jumps ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 is swung on and missed. There's the second out of the inning as Hess gets a strikeout.
Up to bat number 10, Landon Noble.
And here's Landon Noble, the 9th man to hit in the inning, and is 2 for 2 on the day. So here's Noble with runners at first and second. The tying runs are out there on the base paths, and the first pitch to Noble is a ground ball wide of third. It's going to get into left field for a base hit. Coming around third to score is Robinson, and it's a 1-run game as it's 12-11. Noble has his 3rd hit of the game and picks up an RBI.
Now batting number 1, Austin Cranny.
And now here's Austin Cranny as the Bobcats have batted around, just as the Indians did earlier in the game, as Hess is going to go to the dugout. So he is done, as this will be the second visit. He has to leave. The tying run is standing at second base. Hess is going to go back out and play center field. We'll take another timeout. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is coming in for the Indians. As we do all that, we'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
KACA.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH.
New pitcher on for the Indians is Zeth Grohl. The first pitch over for a strike as he faces the center fielder Austin Carney, the 10th man to hit in the inning. Next pitch is rolled up along the third base side. That'll be foul, and it's 0-2. Well, Cranny has 1 hit here in the nightcap. Up there in a big spot with 2 outs, 2 men on. Tying run at second base for Burley. And here's the 0-2. Breaking ball popped up right around second base as Englet will glove it in time for the out as Carney pops up in the infield, and the inning comes to an end, but not before. It's another big inning here for the Bobcats. They score 5 runs in the inning on a total of 5 hits, and they leave 2 more men on base. We're done with 4. Preston leads 12-11 as we go to the 5th. We'll be right back as Preston cling to a lead.
KACH.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-0.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
We've reached the top of the 5th inning in what has been a wild game. Preston leading 12-11 here as we go to the top of inning number 5. And for the Indians, it'll be Ashton Madsen to lead off here in the 5th. Madsen followed by Oxborough and then Justin Englet due up for the Indians.
Batting for the Indians, number 20, Madsen.
So here's Madsen, has an RBI single, 1 for 3 here in the second game of the doubleheader here this afternoon. As Lemos stays out there for the Bobcats. And the first pitch, breaking ball, misses down and in, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Seems like he's been out there most of the afternoon, but believe it or not, he's only pitched 2 innings. He came in with nobody out in the 3rd. Now he's out there starting here in the top of the 5th. The ball rolled foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Madsen. Preston with 12 runs on 12 hits here in the nightcap of the doubleheader. As the next pitch misses down low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 the count. Madsen ready, waiting at the plate, and the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 2 and 2. $11 runs on 11 hits for Burley. After Preston won the opener 7-3 earlier today. That ball's going to be hit on the right side. Coming up to play it was Beck, knocked it down, picked it up in time to throw to first and make the out. So 1 out as Madsen grounds out 4-3. Now here's Chase Oxborough.
Now batting number
Oxborough, last time up, got a pitch down. He went down to get and hit it out over the right center field fence for a 2-run home run. So Oxborough hitting from the left side. That home run he had was his only hit here in the second game of the doubleheader, as the breaking pitch from Lemos just kind of spun out of his hand and stayed well high. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Lemos ready again, comes home. The next pitch hit foul, and it's 1-1. Tonight's game brought to you by Stokes Market True Value, where you'll find everything from produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, plus fresh bakery and deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily as well. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. As here comes the 1-1. Way high again, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1, the count on Oxborough. Scored a couple of times here in this game. Part of the 12 runs that Preston has scored, as that pitch is They're going to say it hit him on the 2-1 pitch or foul ball. The umpire's going to say it hit off the knob of the bat. Yeah, it's going to call it a foul ball, so it's 2-2. So 2-2, Oxborough back in there on the left side. Lemos ready, comes home. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, well foul. Hit down the right field line. But it stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the top of inning number 5. There's the 2-2. Missed outside, ball 3 balls and 2 strikes. Preston won't play at home until next Tuesday. They'll have a doubleheader against Bear Lake that day. They'll make a return trip to Bear Lake later on in the month of April and to play a single game there as Oxborough pops it up off the third base side, and that'll land foul and untouched. And again, the count stays at 3 balls and 2 strikes. This doubleheader against Burley today is the only meetings between these two teams this year. Next pitch swung on and missed. So Oxborough goes down on strikes. That's the second out. And now here's the catcher, Justin Englet.
Up to bat, number 44,
Englet, 2 for 2, has 4 hits in the game. It was 2 for 4 in the opener, and has a 2-run triple and a single here in the nightcap. So of his 4 hits, 3 of them are for extra bases. And the first pitch to Englet is outside and low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Two outs here in the inning. Lemos trying to do something that they have not done today here in their second game. Ball hit in the air to right field, coming up and not being able to make the play as Englet has his 3rd hit of the game and 5th of the doubleheader, a little flare single into right field. So his first hit of the inning for the Indians, and that'll extend the inning and bring up Carson Chug, who also has 2 hits here in the nightcap of the doubleheader as well. What has Burley not done this game, and what they're hoping to here in this inning is a pitch over for a strike, and that's hang a 0 for Preston here in the top of the 5th, as they have allowed Preston, I should say, to score at least 1 run in every inning here in the second game of the doubleheader. There goes Englet. Pitch hit in the air toward the shortstop. It'll be the third baseman is coming over. Phipps to make the play. It's an infield pop-up, and the inning is over. And finally, Burley is able to post a 0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Preston gets 1 hit. They leave a man standing over at first base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Preston had clinging to a 1-run lead. It's 12-11. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Not too long ago, we found ourselves really needing to have our carpets cleaned. Dirt, stains, pet hair, and remnants of all those chemicals trying to melt snow from last winter had our carpets looking dull, dingy, and ugly. We called Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah, and in a very short time, they had our carpets looking like new. Not only did they clean our carpets, but they got up all that leftover pet hair to the point where you couldn't tell that we had pets in the house at all. It was like we had brand new carpets all over again. So if you live anywhere in Cache County or in Box Elder County, call Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100 and let them take care of your carpets. You won't be disappointed. We weren't. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
KACH.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Preston leading by a score of 12-11. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, again, we have to wait for Justin Englet to get his gear back on after being stranded out on the base paths. When the top of the fifth inning finally ended, as it will be Seth Grohl stay out there on the mound, the third pitcher in the game here for Preston. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and it will be Josh Phipps to lead off. Then back to the top of the order for Burley, and Peyton Beck and Slider Watterson. So here's Phipps, 0 for 2 here in the nightcap. Twice, though, he's gotten on base and scored because he's reached on fielder's choices twice. And takes the first pitch outside, ball one from Grohl, 1 ball and no strikes. Green went 3, gave up 6 runs on 6 hits. Then Braden Hess came in. As Hess struggled and went just 2/3 of an inning. Grohl came in to get the last out, and now out there on his own here in the fifth as that pitch misses outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 the count. Grohl ready again, working out of the stretch, and the pitch misses down and in. Ball 3, 3-1. So here's the 3-1. Over for a strike. Whoops, 3-2 as Phipps makes one of those didn't mean to do so mistakes and kind of jumped a quick ahead of the umpire and threw the bat away on what he thought was ball 4, and comes back and ends up striking out. So after throwing the bat away, strikes out on the next pitch, and back to the top of the order, and Peyton Beck due up here for the Bobcats. Beck walked, singled, scored twice. The one time they got him, he took a called third strike earlier in the game. Rolls the ball up along third. Coming up, tried to make the play and couldn't, as Green now back over at third base. Couldn't put the squeeze on that. That was a tough play, and that's going to be an infield hit for Beck. So Beck on base for the third time here in the game. That's the 12th hit here in the nightcap for Burley, and the tying run out there on bases again. So here's Watterson as that pitch misses up high. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Watterson walked, singled twice, has scored 3 times in this game. As Grohl backs off and crawling back onto the base, over at first base is Beck. As still not ready to go, Grohl crawled up on top and backed off. Watterson backed out. Now everybody on the same page, and the pitch misses outside, and it's ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. The other piece of news that came out of Arizona today, kind of caught people a little bit by surprise, was the fact that Milwaukee Brewers longtime slugger Ryan Braun is seriously considering retirement. As the count runs to 3-0, here's the 3-0 pitch. It misses ball 4. So Watterson walks on 4 pitches for the second time today.
Up to bat number 2, Bronson Brookings.
First walk given up by Grohl. Runners at first and second, the tying and winning runs are out there, or at least tying and go-ahead run, I should say, are out there. As here is Bronson Brookings, who started the game as pitcher, still in the game here for Burley. Up there with 1 out, a couple of men on base. Brookings doubled home 2 runs his last time up. That was his first hit of the day, of the doubleheader. He was 0 for 6 before he doubled home a couple of runs during that 5-run bottom of the 4th inning that Burley turned in. as he stops down to chat with the manager for a moment. Now finally comes back in, climbs in the box, and here's the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike. So Ryan Braun is strongly leaning toward retirement, although the Brewers' home run leader says he isn't really ready to make a complete decision yet as the pitch swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Braun, who actually stopped in and visited at spring training with the Brewers. He's not in spring training because of,
Up to bat number 19.
as the pitch is, Brookings takes a called third strike as he goes down on strikes. That's the second out of the inning. And here is Jace Robinson, the first baseman. Says he hasn't picked up a bat since the end of the 2020 season. And remember, he was a 2011 MVP, became a free agent when the Brewers declined his $15 million option for the year as the pitch is inside and hits him and loads the bases.
Up to bat number
So Robinson
3,
hit by a
Dominic
pitch.
Rose.
Beck moves to third. Waterston moves to second. And Robinson heads down to first base. So the tying run now just 90 feet away, and here's Derek Lemos. Lemos, 0 for 2 officially, but he also has a walk here in the second game of the doubleheader. And the first pitch misses outside, ball 1. So Lemos with 1 hit in 5 at-bats so far between the 2 games. Beck down the line from third. He's the tying run as the pitch is up high. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Waterston's at second. Robinson over at first. Bases loaded. Grohl got himself in trouble now trying to wiggle off the hook as the pitch is inside. Ball 3. He's a pitch away from forcing over the tying run. Out of the stretch, the 3-0 pitch. It's up high, ball 4. So he walks over a run, and we're tied at 12.
Next to bat number 22, Clayton Douglas.
So here comes the catcher, Clay Douglas now, as everybody moves up 90 feet. And here's Douglas, 0 for 3 in the first game, 0 for 3 so far here in the second game, and now comes up with a chance to be the hero. And the first pitch is rolled past the mound. Up to get it is Green. Gloves it, throws across, and in time for the out. As the Bobcats, even though they loaded the bases, have to settle for the 1 run. 1 run on 1 hit. Hit batter, a couple of walks, and they leave the bases loaded. We're done with 5, and we're even. Right where we started, 12-12. We'll go to the 6th when we come back right after this.
KACA.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
KACH. KACH.
Well, a 12-12 tie as we go to the 6th. The lights are on here in Burley, so plenty of time to get this one in. As Lemos stays out there on the mound, as he has allowed only one run since coming into the game. As Preston, who scored 11 times in the first 3 innings, have only scored one run since. As we go to the 6th, and it'll be Devin Englet, Tyson Hadley, and Braden Hess due up here for Preston here in the top of inning number 6. So 12-12 as we go to the 6th, and Preston all of a sudden needing some offense, as here is Devin Englet at the plate. As Lemos ready, comes home, and the first pitch over for a strike. So the first pitch to Englet over for a strike with a breaking ball. Lemos says yes, comes home. The next pitch, breaking ball, falls inside this time, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Englet with a pair of hits has scored twice. When hitless in the first game of the doubleheader. In fact, he struck out 3 times in the first game. The 1-1. Popped up right around home plate. Douglas throws the mask away, comes back near the screen, but runs out of room. And it's 1-2. So a ball and 2 strikes on Englet to lead off here in the 6th. Just to kind of finish that story about Ryan Braun that we were talking about last half inning. After the Brewers did not pick up his $15 million option for this year, he thinks he's pretty much done. 1-2 pitch is lined to left field. Coming up and having to play it on a bounce is the left fielder Rivera, and the leadoff man aboard for the Indians here in the 6th inning, as Devin Englet has his 3rd hit of the game. So Englet singles.
Up to bat number 8, Grohl.
As here is Tate Grohl, who came in. And he'll go into Hadley's spot in the lineup as Grohl came in as the pitcher. And immediately they go to first base and back to the bag. Over at first base is Englet. Again, they go over there, and Englet again back to the bag. Grohl, 0 for 3 in the first game. He struck out all 3 times. So up there now in a spot to try to move the potential go-ahead run along. Pitch swung on and missed. The runner goes, and the throw is going to be late as Englet able to steal second base. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. They're going to send him back because of interference. Hold on, timeout. The umpire is going to get together. If he stepped out and interfered with Douglas's potential throw to second base, they can actually put him back to first base. And that looks like that's what they're going to do. Yep. So they're going to send him back. Nope, they call him out at second base apparently. So it's an out and a no ball, 1 strike count on Grohl. The next pitch swung on and missed. So Englet called out at second base. That's the first out of the inning. And now Grohl finds himself down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch on the way is hit along the left field line, in for a hit. Now how big is that out of having Englet called out at second base? As Grohl has his first hit of the game, 2nd hit of the inning for the Indians.
Up to bat number 11, Hess.
And now here's Braden Hess. Hess with 1 hit, 1 for 2. Also had a scoring fly ball his last time up. One out, the potential go-ahead run again back over at first base here for Preston. First pitch to Hess, waved out and missed, chased that breaking ball out of the zone, and it's 0-1. Braun went on to say when he said he thought he was done. In fact, he says he can't foresee a scenario that would have him coming back as an active player. As the pitch misses down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. That certainly sounds like someone who has his mind made up. If he says that he can't imagine a scenario that would have him come back. Last season, Braun hit a career low, 233 with 7 home runs and 27 RBIs in just 39 games last year for the Brewers. Part of the reason why they didn't pick up his $15 million option for the year. As the pitch again misses down low, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. So Braun, who's been a pretty good player for the Brewers, and they have gone out and made some acquisitions to really replace him if they've needed as well. As we're going to get a runner at first base. Tate Rawlings came out to run, and then all of a sudden, nope, he's going to go back into the dugout, and Grohl's going to stay in. So it's one of those, okay, we really didn't mean it, and we'll send Rawlings back to the dugout. Next pitch to Hess, rolled up along the third base line. It's going to stay foul as it finally dies in the grass about 3/4 of the way up the line, and it stays 2-2 on Hess. Hess, talking to the umpire for a moment, now climbs back in. Lemos ready, looks back at Grohl, standing over at first base, and the pitch home to Hess is hit foul again off the first base side. It stays again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 12-12, top of the 6th. Preston, who only put up 1 run in the first doubleheader loss, they lost both games to Highland last week. They scored 1 run as the breaking pitch is up high and runs the count full. Well, today they've scored 19 runs. And certainly the offense looking better than it did last week. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Hess. It's pulled into left field. That's a base hit. As going to second base and staying there is Grohl. 3rd hit of the inning for the Indians. And that's going to get a pinch hitter up here as Rawlings' spot was due up.
Up to bat number 2, Thorson.
And there's the reason why Rawlings couldn't run, because he wasn't officially out of the game yet, as Emery Thorson comes up, as he will hit here for Rawlings. So here's Thorson, takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Emery, who, of course, played so well as a sophomore on the football team this year, as takes that pitch low, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike, and ended up winning a going to state in the wrestling program that just wrapped up, as he takes that pitch down low, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Emery with a very quick bat. Really has to just make sure he waits back on the pitch. And here comes the 2-1. Hit in the air. Hit to left center field. And again, Carney's got to go way back out near the fence, and it's off the base of the wall. Here comes Grohl to score. Hess missed second base, and now we got like the Keystone Cops running around the infield as Hess goes back to second base, and it ends up as a long single for Emery Thorson as he has to backpedal all the way to second base. Now, the question is going to be, and the problem will be for Preston, did Thorson touch second base or not? Because if he did, Hess can't go back, and that's going to be the question here from the brass of the Burley Bobcats. Now they want to go out and talk to the umpires. Did he touch, and did he retouch to go back to first base? That is the big question, because Hess missed second base originally, and he went back to touch second base and then didn't have time to advance to third anymore. The question was, did Thorson get all the way to second base in touching the bag, and then did he retouch to be able to go back? Yep, and they're going to call an out. So they're going to call an out at second base, and the out is going to be Hess, as
up to bat number 14.
And now the umpires are trying to figure out exactly who's going to be out. It is Hess. So Braden is out. As I think they're going to say that Thorson passed. No, that couldn't be right, because then Thorson would be out. And now the skipper for the Indians coming down to talk to the plate umpire, as Braden's pleading his case now with the base umpire. So we have all kinds of confusion here, and now the umpires want to get together again. Whatever they called, whatever they ruled, Hess is pleading his case. And again, I think they said that Thorson had passed Hess, which would make Thorson out, not Hess, as Emery beat feet back to first base. But no, they're going to stick with their original call, and they're going to call Hess out instead, and they're going to leave Thorson at first base where he originally retreated to. Either way. But either way, there's a run home for the Indians here in the inning, and they lead 13-12. So back to the top of the order, and Tate Green at the plate. So as it was Grohl who scampered home while all the confusion was going on out at second base. Grohl came home with a run to break the tie and make it 13-12. First pitch to Green over for a strike. Here's the next pitch. That bounces up there, and it is 1-1 strike. So Thorson over at first base, 2 outs after they called Hess out at second base. So 2 mysterious outs in the inning against the Indians, as the next pitch to Green is up high again, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Limos ready again, comes home. The next pitch high again, ball 3, 3-1. Ashton Madsen waiting on deck to see if he gets another chance to swing here or not here in the top of the 6th inning. After Preston breaks the tie, time called, as Green asks for and gets timeout from the home plate umpire. So Preston gets a run. They break the tie. They lead 13-12, but again, far from done, as the 3-1 pitch misses outside, ball 4. So Thorson will move up as Green draws the walk. And now here's Madsen, but I don't think Madsen is going to be facing Mr. Limos as he appears to be done, and yes, indeed. So a new pitcher will be on the way in here for the Bobcats. We'll again take a timeout. We'll come back and tell you who the new pitcher is as we continue right after this.
KACA.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
It's the end of a long day and your feet are tired, or are you running behind schedule? But you need milk and eggs. You don't want to have to walk clear to the back of the store to get a gallon of milk and a dozen eggs. I suspect we all can relate to both of those stories. The great news is that this problem has been solved by Stokes Market in Preston with a recently installed new cold case right near the front door. If you just need a gallon of milk or some eggs, you can find them right inside the front door. Visit Stokes Market today in Preston.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
KACH.
The new pitcher coming into work here for the Bobcats is the center fielder Austin Cranny. As Preston has 2 men on base, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, a run in to make it 13-12. As the scheduled hitter for Preston is Ashton Madsen with he has 1 hit and RBI here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. He's 1 for 4 here in the second game. And now the umpires get everything straightened out. The discussions continued during the pitching change down at the third base bag as both the Preston coaches and both of the umpires got together to try to figure out what went wrong or what should have been called, or at least what the Preston coaching staff thought should have been called, as the first pitch misses down low, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Thorson at second, being bird dog there. The pitch home to Madsen is over for a strike. And it's 0-1. Check that, 1-1. Green over at first, having walked. Madsen at second, or Thorson at second. Here's the 1-1. Missed outside again to Madsen. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the 2-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball over, and it's 2-2. So Cranny, who had a tough time in center field today, especially in the first game dealing with the sun, had a couple of balls fall in front of him that he lost in the sun, and comes home. The next pitch is swung on and missed, and works himself out of the jam. Preston gets a run, though, and takes the lead. 1 run on a total of 4 hits in the inning. A couple of strange outs in the inning as well called against the Indians, as we will go to the bottom of the 6th after 5.5. Preston up 13-12. We'll be right back.
KACH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, Landon Noble will lead it off for the Bobcats as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Preston leading 13-12, and the first pitch hit foul, and it's 0-1. Noble, after struggling in the first game, has come back with 3 hits in 3 at-bats here in the second game. Shows bunt, takes the breaking pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So he has 3 singles here in the nightcap. He's 3 for 3 after going 0 for 3 in the opener. Rolls 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, inside corner, strike 3 called. So he goes down looking. They get Noble for the first time here in game 2 of the doubleheader. Now here's the Austin Cranny, who was the center fielder, now the pitcher. Cranny with 1 hit in 3 at-bats. And no matter how you deal with it, as the ball hit the center, Hess right there, he lost it. Now he has to go back a few steps and makes the catch for the second out. No matter how you look at it, no matter how you get outs or not, you're going to have to deal with the top of the order for the Bobcats one more time, no matter what. Whether it comes here in the 6th inning or next inning in the bottom of the 7th. So here's the number 9 hitter, Josh Phipps, as he takes the first pitch outside. Phipps 0 for 3 here in the nightcap, reached on fielder's choices twice, and then struck out his last time up and takes that pitch outside, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th, Preston clinging to a 1-run lead. That pitch on the corner, it's 2-1. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-1 pitch right back to the box. Stabbed there by Grohl, goes to first, and Preston puts the outside out in order as the Bobcats go out 1-2-3, and we will go to the 7th inning. After 6 tonight, it's the Preston 13, Burley 12 as we go to the 7th.
KACH.
At Preston Drug, we understand that everyone is busy and time is important. That's why we've implemented synchronization. We look at all the monthly prescriptions your family takes, and working with your doctor, we organize them so that you can pick them all up at one time each month. Synchronization with Preston Drug saves you time and money. Call Preston Drug today, and we'll get you into the synchronization system. It's free and it's simple. Preston Drug, 208-852-1563.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
We have reached the 7th inning, and Preston could use a little bit of offense and get a run or two of insurance here before heading to the bottom of the inning.
Preston, number 27, Oxborough.
So they'll start with the heart of the order. Chase Oxborough will lead off here for Preston. He'll be followed by Justin Englet and then Carson Chugs due up to lead off here in the top of the 7th inning. 13-12, Preston leads, clinging to a 1-run lead. And the first pitch here from Cranny is outside and high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Oxborough had the 1 hit in the first game, a double that he drove in 3, and then he has 1 hit here in the nightcap. And that's the big 2-run home run that he hit earlier in the game. back in the third inning. Part of that 6-run third inning that Preston, when they sent 10 men to the plate. Ball's behind 2-0. Cranny's 2-0 pitch is down low, ball 3. Kind of that strange, eerie time where it's getting dark, but the lights have not taken full effect as of yet. So it's kind of difficult to see. As Cranny falls behind Oxborough 3-0, and the 3-0 pitch breaking ball on the corner for a strike, it's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way to Ox. Goes behind him, and it's ball 4. So Oxborough opens the inning with a walk. Leadoff man aboard for Preston, and here's Justin Englet.
Up to bat number 44, Englet.
In every inning but 2 of the 7 here in this game, Preston has had the leadoff man aboard in the inning. So here's Englet. Justin, 3 for 3, and the first pitch is high. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Tripled home 2 runs in the first inning and scored a run. He also singled in the third and singled again in the 5th. And time call is the pitching coach coming out to talk to young Mr. Cranny after walking the leadoff man. And the first pitch that he threw to Justin Englet was nowhere close. So tonight's game brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, where if you need anything for your car, if your car's making a ping, it's making a bang, or making a tick, Preston Auto Parts Car Quest is the only stop that you need to make. Stop in where you're going to be treated like a friend at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, 17 South State Street in Preston. 1 ball and no strikes, the count on Justin Englet as he climbs back in from the right side. The 1-0 pitch is hit foul back into the screen, and it's 1-1. Preston leads by a run, 13-12 as we play here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner over at first, Oxborough, and that pitch hits Englet. Breaking pitch just kind of landed on his back, but either way, it's a hit batter. And Preston now with 2 men on and nobody out here in the inning.
Up to bat number 7, Chug.
So here is Carson Chug, as Burley has to kind of go into double play depth, and Chug takes the first pitch, missing down to low, ball 1. Chug tripled, scored, single homer run back in the first. He's 2 for 4 here in the nightcap. Ready again. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air. Short right coming up. Diving. Can't make the play is Noble. It goes behind him. So chugging home hard. Here comes Oxborough to score. Englet's going to go to third and stay there. It'll be an RBI double for Carson Chug, his 3rd hit of the game. So runners at 2nd and 3rd for Preston, and they got at least 1 run of insurance as it goes to 14-12. Still nobody out. Now here's Devin Englet. Englet has singled each of his last 3 times to the plate, and Burley has to bring the infield up. A show bunt, and he can't get the bat back out of the way fast enough. On the pitch was up in the zone, and he hits it foul. So no balls and 1 strike. Infield up for Burley. Everybody playing at the cut of the grass. Here comes Justin Englet down the line from 3rd, and the 0-1 pitch is over for a strike, and it's 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Devin. Justin down the line again. Again, Devin Englet hits the ball foul back into the screen. It stays at no balls and 2 strikes. Grohl would be next as he waits his turn on deck, and the 0-2 pitch is up high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Preston would love to have at least another run. Maybe 2. That way, theoretically, a grand slam would not beat you as the pitch is hit foul. Coming over to have a look is Robinson over off the first base side, and it's out of play, and it stays again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. We knew that we were going to be here a while in the second game, the way it started. And certainly, both teams are way down at the bottom of the pecking order as far as pitching goes on their teams. As the pitch misses outside again from Cranny, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Justin Englet's at third. As the next pitch again misses down low, ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chug at second. As he claps his hands and trying to get Devin to pick up another hit. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Inside and low, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Second walk in the inning. And here comes the manager again out here for Burley. That's going to be a second visit, and that's going to be a pitching change as Cranny's going to go back out to center field where he started. And we'll take a timeout and tell you who the new pitcher is coming in this time here for Burley, as we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back right after this.
KACA.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today. 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
New pitcher on for Burley is the former right fielder, Landon Noble, as the first pitch to Grohl is hit foul, and it's 0-1. Seth Grohl at the plate, nobody out, bases loaded, in a big situation to help himself, as he is now the pitcher of record for the Indians, as a ground ball off the glove of the third baseman. That's going to get 1 run home, as coming home to score is Englet. That makes it 15-2. As Grohl hit that big chopper down to third base.
Number 11, Hess.
And not able to make the play down there, as Trying to make the play was Brookings and tried to backhand along the line and couldn't. So Grohl with an RBI single, make it 15-12. Preston now has a 3-run lead. Now make it a 4-run lead as the first pitch hits Braden Hess to force over another run.
Up to bat number 2, Thorson.
So Emery Thorson will come back up now, as Hess picks up the easiest RBI that he could possibly pick up as he gets hit by the pitch. So here's Thorson, and Emery takes the first pitch, breaking ball over for a strike. So Preston goes up by 4 as it's now 16-12 as they've plated 3 runs here in the top of inning number 7. The 0-1. Thorson, late swing, hits the ball to third, knocked down there, and Brookings loses the play all around. By the time Brookings knocked it down, but he picked it up, he didn't have a play at third base. Realized he didn't have a play at first base either, as Thorson's way too fast.
Up to bat number 14.
As
Green.
Thorson will reach on the air, and that's the 4th run home in the inning, and all of a sudden the Indians lead 17-12 as they've had a 4-run top of the 7th inning. And the pitch home as Tate Green will come back up, and Green has been all over the place today. As it takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Single or doubled, hit by a pitch, singled in the 3rd, doubled in the 4th, and then walked last inning. It hits the first pitch hits the next pitch into the screen, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So Green has been on base all 5 times he's been up there so far here in the second game of the doubleheader. Don't forget, he was also on base 3 times in the first game today, as that pitch misses down low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. He was 1 for 2, and he also walked twice. The only time they got Green out was to lead off the top of the first inning of the opener when he struck out. The 2-1. Down low again, ball 3. It's 3-1. Preston has already been issued 2 walks and a hit batter so far here in this inning alone. Here comes the 3-1. And it hit him. Another hit batter. And that again will force over another run.
Up to bat
So
number
Grohl comes
20,
in to score.
Madsen.
That's the 5th run of the inning. And it's now 18-12. And here's the 9th man to hit here in the top of the 7th inning. As again, we're going to get another meeting at the mound. And see if they're going to take Noble out, as he has certainly struggled since he's been in there. Gave up a hit, a couple of hit batters, and a walk. And again, they go back out to meeting at the mound as the entire infield joins into the meeting. In tonight's game, brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage. 85 South State Street in Preston, where you can come in and get a competitive quote, or simply just give them a call at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. As finally, the umpire comes out to kind of speed things along a little bit. Looks like they're going to make a change. They're going to stay with Cranny. As you know, we got guys running all over the place with gloves and making more changes. So another pitching change here for the Bobcats. So again, we'll take a timeout. We'll figure out who the new pitcher is and be right back right after this.
KACA.
We've all heard it said, if you aren't first, you're last. So why not start out first with the #1 brand for driver appeal and initial quality for mass market brands when you celebrate Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Celebrate with 0% financing for 72 months or other cash discount offers on select models. Rules apply. So we ask, are you going to be first or last? Choose to be first with Dodge Performance Days at West Motor Company in Preston and Logan. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
WestMotorCompany.com. KACH.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
So the new pitcher, Peyton Beck, it becomes the 5th pitcher of the game here for the Bobcats, and the first pitch hit in the air and over the head of the right fielder. That'll get 1 in, that'll get 2 in. Headed to third base is Green. It's a 2-run double for Ashton Madsen on the first pitch that he sees here in the 7th inning. And that plates 2 more runs as Hess and Thorson both come in to score.
Up to bat number 27, Oxborough.
And Tate Green goes all the way to third base on the 2-run double. 7 runs home here in the inning as Preston has reached 20. 20-12. And now here's the big first baseman, Jace Oxborough again, who started this mess out in the inning with a walk. He is the 10th man to hit in the inning, as for the second time tonight, the Indians have batted around in the inning. They scored 6 runs back in the 3rd inning when they sent 10 men to the plate. They've sent 10 men to the plate here in the top of the 7th, and oh yeah, there's still not an out as the pitch is hit foul off the first base side. So 0-2 the count on Oxborough. 7 runs home. Pitch home to Oxborough is up high, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. My scorecard is starting to look like a chicken walked across it and with black ink all over its feet. I got so many scratches and arrows and things all over my scorecard as the pitch is up high, ball 2, 2-2. I mean, having a team bat around once in a game is enough to mess up a scorecard. When you do it twice, forget it. As the pitch is again hit foul, popped up. Nobody knows where it's at, not even the catcher, Douglas, who finally realizes it's behind him and out of play, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 7 runs home here in the inning for the Indians. On 5 hits. Couple of walks, couple of hit batters, and there is the first out as Oxborough strikes out.
Up to bat,
so 1 out.
44, Englet.
And now here's Justin Englet. Englet singled and scored a run. He's 4 for 4 here in the nightcap. And he takes that first pitch foul, hits it down to the left field corner, but foul, and it's 0-1. Three singles and a triple tonight for Englet. He has 6 hits in the doubleheader, where he's 6 for 7 and hits that ball foul off the right field side, and it's 0-2. So Beck comes in, strikes out the first man that he faces. Now he has Englet down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. That pitch, breaking ball over, strike 3 called. So he strikes out Oxborough, and now strikes out Englet for the second out. And that'll bring up Carson Chug. Chug, who doubled and scored a run his last time up here in this inning, who has 3 hits and 5 at-bats so far here in this game. And the first pitch to Chug is going to be grounded into left field. That'll get 1 run in. That's going to get 2 runs in. And the Indians have scored 9 times in the inning and lead 22-12. As Chug drives in another 2.
Up to bat number 30, Englet.
So here is Devin Englet, the second baseman. Who had his first pitches up, swung on and missed. They throw through, not in time. As Chug steals the base. Up by 10 runs, not too sure about that, but he steals the base. Englet had his string of 3 straight singles snapped his last time up when he singled. Well, check that, when he walked, I should say. Here's the 0-1. Popped up foul. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 the count. 2 outs. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball missed. 1-2. Englet, the 13th man to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. The 1-2 pitch. That stays high, and the count now evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chug with a walking lead away from second. The pitch home to Englet. Ground ball toward first. It's knocked down by Robinson. He'll try to carry it to the bag, but not in time. He knocked it down and then picked it up and dropped it. And then tried to race to the bag and dive, but Englet able to beat him to the bag, and that'll be an error. Second error of the inning charged against
Up to bat
against the
8,
Bobcats.
Grohl.
That puts runners at the corners. And now here is Grohl again for the second time in the inning, as he had an RBI single and scored a run earlier in the inning. As the first pitch swung on and missed, runner goes and safe at second. So Devin Englet steals second base. First pitch was swung on and missed, so it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. That's going to be hit into center field. That's going to be in for a hit. That's going to get 2 more runs home. Runs 10 and 11 here in the inning as Preston continues to pile up the runs. They now lead by 12. It's 24-12 as Grohl singles home 2 more. So 11 runs home in the inning for the Indians. And now here's Braden Hess for the second time in the inning. Remember, Hess picked up an RBI his last time up when he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. And the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Hess. Now the 0-1. Grounded up along first. Knocked down this time by Robinson. He smacks the bag in anger over at first base, but finally the inning comes to an end as Preston scores 11 times in the inning. Just hoping for one for a little insurance headed to the bottom of the 7th. Well, they plate 11 instead. And as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, it's Indians 24, Bobcats 12. And we'll be right back as we go to the bottom of the 7th.
KACA.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
KACH.
Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Preston, who was hoping for one run of insurance, now they lead by 12 as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and Grohl has to get the last 3 outs as the first pitch is up high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. It seemed like a while ago, but the Bobcats went out in order last time up, so they'll start from the top of the order here, and Peyton Beck at the plate, and the first 2 pitches are up both high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch, high again, ball 3. Now you have to remember, Grohl, and it's a little bit chilly. Grohl wasn't wearing a jacket. He was out running around the base paths for a lot of that inning, and he might be a little stiff here and having to get loose again as the pitch is up high again, ball 4. So Beck walks to open the inning on 4 pitches. So here is Slater Waterston after Grohl walks Beck on 4 pitches to open the inning. So here's Waterston hitting from the left side, and the first pitch is a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Waterston singled twice. He's walked twice, and he's scored 3 times just in this, the second game of the doubleheader, as the pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. We'll have a short postgame for you, as this doubleheader has gone deep into the night. We're 5 hours and 15 minutes into the doubleheader. Actually, a little bit more than that, about 5 hours and 20 minutes. The umpires started a little bit early. Here's the 1-2. On the inside corner, the breaking ball, strike 3 called. So Waterston is out for the first time as he goes down looking. That's the first out here in the 7th.
Number 2,
and now here's Bronson Brookings. Brookings doubled home a couple of runs earlier. That's his only hit of the day, as he's 1 for 4 here in the nightcap after drawing the collar in the first game, going 0 for 4 in the first game of the double dip. As stepping off and bluffing back over to first base, try to keep the runner Beck close over there. He's got a pretty good lead. He's got that front foot all the way out to the edge of the cutout over there, and the next pitch here to Brookings misses up high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straight away, the 1-0. Hit foul off the third base side. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fellows Chiropractic. The 1-1. Up high, ball 2. In case you're having a hard time moving after you've maybe done a little bit too much on the sports field, well, you might need Fellows Chiropractic to give you an adjustment. They'll take care of any adjustment you might need or massage. Fellows Chiropractic in Preston as a pitch hit in the air. Right field side. Second baseman is Englet to make the play for the second out. So Brookings pops up.
Up to bat number 19.
And now Burley down to their last down. That'll bring up Chase Robinson. If you want to get a hold of Fellows Chiropractic, they're at 8 South State Street in Preston, or you can call them at 852-2240. 852-2240. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. And here is Robinson, who has 2 hits. I've checked that 3 hits here in the nightcap as they go to first base, not in time. And he was also hit by a pitch his last time up. 1 ball and no strikes. Grohl ready, the 1-0. Up high, ball 2, 2-0. Here's the 2-0 offering. It's up high again, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. "12-run lead. All you want your pitcher to do is just throw the ball over the plate. Make him put the ball in play as the 3-0 pitch over for a strike. It's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a 3-2 count with 2 outs. That'll be, mean Beck will be in motion here on the 3-2 pitch. Here it is, and the pitch is going to be ground ball. In fact, it's a line drive caught at third base as Tate Green dives toward the bag and makes the play, and the inning is over as he lines out to third base. Preston wins the nightcap by the score of 24-12. We'll come back after this. We'll have a brief post-game show as we'll try to put a bow on this crazy nightcap. We'll do all that right after this.
Today's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new and used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meats and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Kim Dry of Northern Utah. If you're in Cache or Box Elder County, they can clean and protect your home or business for greater peace of mind. Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all of the parts you'll need to keep your car running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. And by S&T Electric. When you're doing remodeling, addition, or building a new home, they are there for all of your electrical needs. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
It's a beautiful day for the ladies, so throw all your dishes away. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today. At the ball game, a wonderful ball game today. Wow!
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
The Preston Lady Indians softball team return home Friday afternoon as they play host to the Bear Lake Bears. The Lady Indians are coming off the trip to Burley earlier this week as they return home to the Valley to face the Bears in this single game on Friday afternoon. First pitch is at 3:30 and our coverage to get started with the pregame show at 3:15 on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH. And don't forget about the video feed on mylocalradio.com.
Proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for the Preston Indian postgame show. Coming up, we'll review the just completed game, name our player of the game, take a look at the scoreboard, and what's on tap for the Indians. It's all up next on the Preston Indian postgame show. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.